Welcome back. You're watching the CNBC TV 18 special. Time now to interview the younger brother Nadir Godrej, who's also the managing director at Godrej Industries and chairman at Godrej Agro-VET. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
You know, Godrej Agro-VET is one company that has garnered a lot of interest in the market. Wanted to understand from your perspective, what are the kind of growth plans that you have for Agro-VET?
I think Agro-VET will see rather rapid growth. Indian agriculture is at a turning point. On the one hand, the agriculture sector has been growing very slowly, but while overall agriculture has been growing at only 3 to 4% in a good year, animal husbandry has been growing faster than the rest of the sector.
What are the kind of growth numbers, if you could give us some numbers, because we do understand that...
We don't make forward projections, but I feel that Godrej Agro-VET could be one of the fastest growing companies in the Godrej Group.
As we speak, Godrej Agro-VET is in the process of a listing. I know you don't want to speak about it, and the regulator does not allow you to speak about it, but just want to understand the rationale behind going for a listing, because Mr. Godrej also in the past had mentioned that Agro-VET is ready to be listed on the bourses.
This seemed to be about a good timing. We also have a PE investor, and that is also a consideration.
So about 1,300 odd crores would be the ballpark amount that you would look at raising.
I cannot comment on that.
Okay. What would the fund utilization plan be going ahead? Because or the fund requirement plan, if you can talk about that.
We are constantly investing capital in new plants, in new technologies. We have an R&D center. We will be increasing R&D spreads, and in the last few years, we have made a few acquisitions as well. We acquired Aztec Life Sciences. We acquired Creamline Dairy. Creamline Dairy opens up big growth avenues for us.
You've diversified from being a pure play chemicals, a B2B company, to a consumer facing company with your recent acquisitions as well. Is the plan going forward to make Agro-VET mostly a consumer facing company?
Agro-VET will be more and more of a consumer facing company, but our back end is our strength. So we actually want to integrate our back end with the front end. And we think we will be a full supply chain company rather than just a consumer-facing company.
What about Nature's Basket? What about your other consumer-facing businesses at this point?
Yes, Nature's Basket is being rejigged just now. We want to focus on a few markets, get them right, and then expand. And we think that this reinitiating the activities in Nature's Basket is working well, and we hope to see a big change in the progress that Nature's Basket makes.
Is debt a concern for you at this point in time?
In Godrej Industries, the levels of debt are a little bit on the high side, and we will address that as we go along. For Godrej Consumer Products, the debt-equity ratios are very reasonable, and if you look at debt to market cap, Godrej Consumer Products is extremely comfortable.
Any new areas you think you'll enter into at this point in time?
No, I don't think we will enter into new areas, but we will go into adjacent fields like specialty chemicals. Maybe someday we look forward to sourcing very cheap green energy.
As we speak, the next gen is moving up the ladder. They are taking on the mantle of leadership at many of your key companies.
Right.
How do you view this?
It's a very natural process, and I recall how Adi joined the business way back in 1963, and I joined in 1976, and we went through that transition from the third generation to fourth generation, and now we are looking forward to the transition proceeding. There are younger members of the fourth generation who are coming into the business. I have 3 sons who will be joining the business, and we have have the first member of the 5th generation to graduate from high school this week. So we are looking forward to many more generations.
What have you set on the plate for your sons? Or what is the kind of advice that you've given them at this point in time?
My son Burjis graduated with a bachelor's and master's degree from Stanford University in Earth Sciences. And in July, he's going to be joining Godrej Agro-VET. My other son, Saurabh, has finished his bachelor's from Stanford, and he has joined Godrej Industries.
What is your key advice to maintain the kind of family dynamics? Because when we look at family business, there is some sort of, some sort of tips that do pan out, differences in opinion. How do you think that will be managed?
That is always a challenge, and we have a family council, and we will try and keep the family as close together as possible. It's always important to have dialogue. That's the best solution for disputes. And it's also important for everyone in the family to be very fair. And I must say that Adi has been an extremely fair person, and that's one of the reasons why the group has lasted for such a long time.
All right, so more power to you and the group. Thank you so much for joining us. With that, it's a wrap on this very special show. Thank you so much for watching.